Okay, so what I want to do right now is present you with a really handy challenge. Because what I want to do is take these three devices, a button, a potentiometer, and a tricolor LED, and allow you to, or encourage you to make a device or an interface that allow you to choose multiple options. So this would be handy for things like text-based games. You could use it, so instead of just having one or two buttons to choose left door or right door, you could have, 7, 10, however many different options that you want, and you just dial it in by turning the potentiometer. It could also be cool for a cool game like Simon, where you could have this light randomly choose a color, and then you have to then dial it in and find the same color, and then it chooses two colors. You have to dial it in two colors, three colors, on and on and on. So there's a number of things that you can do with this little basic setup. But here it is in a nutshell. So what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to turn this potentiometer and then dial through different colors. So I've got a red, green, blue. So here's red, green, blue. And then of course it starts to blend the colors to get different color options until we get all three colors on. All right. And let's say, for example, I want to turn to the magenta option. When I push the button, it'll run a particular program, or it'll draw a sword instead of a knife, or it'll take the door on the back right instead of the one in front. And if I dial it again, let's say to the blue, and I push the button, it's another option. Okay? So now you just color code your different options. So your challenge is to figure out how to do this, and I'll give you a clue before I exit, how to make it so that you can take a variable piece of information and squeeze it into a number of digits that you want. And that is done with a really handy function called map. So what I did in this particular case is I took the value of my potentiometer, all right? So my potentiometer, and by the way, my potentiometer read somewhere between 1 and about 780. Okay, so that was saved into a variable. And I put that low number, 1, and I put the high number, 780, into these two arguments. And then I said, well, I can only do 7 different colors here, so I put in here 0 to 7. And it automatically scaled that data from 1 to 780 to 0 to 7. So now when I turn my potentiometer, my value gets compressed and evenly distributed, so that way when I turn it, I end up with only 7 different choices. So hopefully this was engaging and tempts you with some different things. Even just doing this is cool enough, but you can use this as a gateway into a number of different projects. So I'll see you again soon.